All right, this is a huge test run. I'm going to start slowly but surely going over some study guides and things for the BCBA ABA exam. I have failed 3 times now. I'm taking my 4th attempt in October of this year. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where I'm at right now. I'm definitely really nervous. I am trying to just hold myself accountable realistically, because I think I've been avoiding studying now. So I'm thinking if I just upload some of my videos to YouTube, minus my identity, because it's embarrassing to record yourself on the internet. I think that we'll just go from here and kind of see how this works for me. But I'm thinking that this will be a good way for me to collect some of that data and just hold myself accountable, like I said, to study every day the way I want to be. So really, I kind of want to just start making my way down the task list and talking about it out loud. I think that does help me. So I'm going to just kind of start with that today, and we'll see how that goes. Something I want to do is just get used to talking more from Cooper. So today I just kind of want to go to the first chapter of Cooper, which is definition and characteristics of applied behavior analysis. Right, so it's right at the start of task list A. We're just talking about what is applied behavior analysis. It's a science devoted to understanding and improving human behavior. Other disciplines have similar intents. What sets applied behavior analysis apart is the answers that lie in its focus, goals, and methods. So applied behavior analysts focus on behaviors of social importance. They intervene the research-based strategies and tactics to improve the targeted behaviors, and they use scientific methods like objective, description, measurement, and experimentation to demonstrate reliable relations between their interventions and the behavioral improvements. That was a mouthful. That was definitely a mouthful. I think if we can just break down applied behavior analysis is applying behavior principles to research in office, clinics, and schools on human subjects. That's good for me for like a little elevator pitch of what is applied behavior analysis. And I do think now, just like working my way through this, that I kind of want to break these down into each individual task list item. I think making these videos short and sweet is almost better than doing like task list A, task list B, task list C, all in one video, because that's going to be like an hour long. This is already 3 minutes long, and I'm only talking about and what the definition of applied behavior analysis is. So let's quickly just touch on A1, and then we'll go ahead and like separate these videos moving forward, if that's okay. And I really am learning as I go with this. I don't want this to be something where I'm stressing myself out about how this looks, how it seems, if it's edited correctly. Like I'm going with the flow on this, and I'm hoping that in the future, if anybody listens to this video or listens to these little study sessions, that this can just be super relatable to you, that this can just be like, this is how complex the field really is. And it's difficult to sit down and start studying when you have so much to study, and when you have a book with 1,000 pages. Like, where do I go? What do I do? What do I start with? So and I'm realizing this as I'm speaking, that it's just, this is a lot, and I want to make this easy on myself and on anybody else that might benefit from these videos in the future. All right. So task list A is just talking about, now this is the 6th edition task list, by the way. So we have moved from the 5th edition, which I tested in in December to the 6th edition task list. Now I'm studying. Task list A deals with behaviorism and philosophical foundations. A1 is going to be identify the goals of behavior analysis as a science: description, prediction, control. If any of you have looked at SNABA resources, the thing that will be popping in your head right now is the cake. The 3-tier cake, and at the top of the cake would be control, because this is the highest level of understanding. At the bottom of the cake is going to be description. This is the lowest level of understanding. So let's go through them. Description. It's the facts about the event or behavior that are observable and examinable. So, for example, what does the behavior look like? What happens before, during, or after the behavior? You describe your night to a friend. You tell them where you went, who was there, what you ate, right? This is description. So there's nothing in here that's like really giving you anything other than just the facts. This is what happened. This is what we know. You're not diving any deeper. This is just what happened. You define hand flapping as repeated movements of the hands up and down lasting longer than 5 seconds, okay? This is what happened. This is what you saw the hand flapping behavior to be, okay? The facts about the events or behavior that are observable and examinable. Let's move on to prediction. Repeated observations show 2 events correlate with each other. This suggests that possible causal relations, but there's no functional relation because no variables are being manipulated yet. So this is just what you are predicting based on that descriptive behavior that you mentioned, right? What can you predict from this without anything else? You can just predict with this and then just let it go. This is what prediction is. So for example, these events correlate with each other. You can predict these events occurring. You leave at 7 a.m. to get to work because traffic doesn't get bad until 7:45, right? You're predicting that if you leave for work at 7 a.m., you can avoid traffic. You think that if you are present with your client with a task demand, they will attempt to elope from the room. Let me repeat that again because I just read my example wrong. I'm so sorry. You think that if you present your client with a task demand, they will attempt to leave the room, attempt to elope from the room. So you think this. You haven't gotten confirmation that that's actually what's going to happen. They haven't actually eloped yet. You're just thinking this. You're thinking based on previous events, I'm predicting that this will happen, right? And that's all prediction is. It can be hard sometimes to differentiate between prediction and control, and that's why I'm being so firm on what prediction is, because I do feel pretty confident in these areas. Control is the highest level of understanding, like I said, so that's going to be the top of your 3-tier cake. It's a functional relation between the independent variable and the dependent variable that you have control over. The behavior occurring or not occurring. So you have control over whether this behavior happens or not. For example, reinforcement, which would be an independent variable, reliably increases behavior, which would be the dependent variable. There's control. So without that reinforcer, that dependent variable, that behavior is probably not going to take place. If it does take place, it's not going to happen a lot, because they're motivated by that reinforcer, that independent variable. Another example, your boyfriend always eats your French fries. If you add pepper to your fries, your boyfriend won't touch them. He doesn't like pepper. So you add pepper and he doesn't touch your fries. You have control over how many fries your boyfriend takes because of the pepper, which was added. Okay. I'm gonna stop here. It's already a 10-minute video. I'm trying to keep them short, guys. So yeah, I think this is good for today. I'm gonna try and upload this and see how it goes. I might change my character each time. I might keep her because she's kind of cute. But yeah, I hope this is a